There are documented cases where people who have had a head injury, for example, find themselves with new skills, music, language, mathematics. Did their injury push them out of the illusion and enable them to access information psychically? And are there ways to access this information without an injury? And this sounds like a general question, so we could have follow up on this.
There's a yes and a yes to this. Yes, it could be that what happened was the part of their brain that can access greater knowledge through the universe is activated as a remedy for the damage that has been done. But it is also our belief from what we have established in visualizing humanity's brain and thinking process is that all beings have all of these abilities within their brain. They are a combined consciousness, just as we have each other's abilities in our collective, so do they. So what happens is something activates that connection to that thing. It is not that they have walked out of the illusion. It is that they have activated another connection that hadn't been activated before because it wasn't necessary. The pathways had already been established from the first 12 months, and we are talking in utero too, of this being's existence. Did we answer?
Yes, and I'm wondering if this activation is that what could happen if we, light workers, are able to create the 100th monkey that we're trying to create? Is that part of what the new world would look like?
Yes, the new world would look limitless, but what they have to understand is the world is limitless. And what would occur is when they recognize the linkage, when they feel other beings as part of thee, as they recognize the connection to the planet and everything on it, then all that knowledge is readily available to thee. It doesn't have to be retained within this space in thy head, for all they have to do is reach out to thy neighbor, or the being that lives in Antarctica, or the person that lives in Africa. And all that knowledge is there for thee right away. So there is nothing that they can want. They have it all. There is nothing that they can crave. It is yours. When one of thee feels love, when they realize the connection, all of thee are loved. When one of thee feel pain, all of thee will reach out to nurture. It will be a planet where there is the concept of abundance is finally understood. The concept of lack gone. The concept of greed, no need, no necessary, no necessity, and no necessity for fear. Without the illusion, these things do not exist.
Are there people on Earth now that have activated themselves in this way?
Not fully, but some that have come closer, but no one has come fully there yet.
I guess I'm wondering how you do that activation without having a head injury.
What we were saying, begin to visualize and be divine love. Do not let any other vibration take hold. When they are feeling anger or fear, saturate thyself with love. Think of other beings around thee that they feel loving toward. Connect that love with them. keep doing this work instead of the work of hatred and fear and anger and lies and belittlements and judgments. Live within divine truth, not human truth.
Mayama, thank you. If anyone else has a question, feel free
Looks
to
like
ask.
Joseph and then Lori.
Mayama,
Mayama.
yes, was in this case the accident really an accident or just a tool that the soul used to bring about what it wanted to fulfill?
A tool. A tool. Nothing happens in life without two things being present: the soul intent for it and the perception by the ego.
Okay. So it could have happened without an accident, but because of the ego's
Resistance.
resistance, that had to go through the accident route.
Yes, and perhaps in each of these cases, because we do not know which cases she's specifically speaking of, it could have also been a lesson.
Okay. Thank you.
Lori, you had a question.
Mayama,
Right.
I was wondering, once we get to that point where we're mostly like how you described, divine love and abundance and everything else you said, how will we grow? Don't we still need comparison and to contrast things? So we decide we like this, we don't like that. No.
No.
Okay.
See, they have been colonized in a world that tells thee that thee must have pain to know pleasure, or that thee must have good to know bad. Well, those things, good and bad, are not existent within the source. The source knows no judgment. The source just loves. This is what we meant when we said the source does not punish. It is humans that punish. So they punish themselves, they punish others, they fill the world with misbeliefs, and they all accept them. And as long as they accept them, they are truth on Terra. Once they stop accepting this truth, once they understand that more growth can take place in the way we speak than the way they speak. Actually, growth does not take place often on Terra as it is now. Very little growth takes place. What happens instead is that if they look at thy history, they have been repeating the same things for over 2,000 years now. Is that growth?